Hello friends, I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm Arlen Yoder, and this is Arlen's Living Water Springs blog. The title of my video blog today is A Sight for Sore Eyes. It's about seeing someone or something, perhaps unexpectedly, that makes us feel good and gives us hope. Have you ever heard anyone say, "Man, you're a sight for sore eyes," or "Boy, that was a sight for sore eyes"? The Phrase Finder website defines the phrase "a sight for sore eyes" as the following, in quote, "a welcome sight, someone or something you are glad to see," end quote. The sight for sore eyes that you or I might see may come from looking intently for a long period of time for someone or something that might bring us some hope in a seemingly hopeless time in our lives. We might think that nothing good is ever going to happen again, or that we may never meet someone that can give us the hope we so desperately need. After discouragement sets in, our thoughts seem cloudy and muddled, and if it gets bad enough, we might even make some poor decisions that could affect us for a lifetime. We may have seen movies about or heard of persons trapped in a desert who become so thirsty and disoriented that he or she sees a mirage that looks like a water hole with lush green grass and trees around it. But really, it's just more sand. Perhaps he or she even tries to drink the hot sand. I've had sore eyes in the past, and I still have them from time to time. I find myself looking for that someone or something that will give me some hope. About 35 years ago, I had my most important sight for sore eyes moment. I was at my Amish grandpa's funeral. I was pretty miserable, and I had little hope of ever finding anything really meaningful. The service was over. We all went to the cemetery where we said our final goodbyes to Grandpa. Then we went back to the farm to spend the rest of the day fellowshipping with relatives and friends. But I wasn't doing too well by that point. I felt desperately like I needed to escape. I drove off my grandpa's farm in despair. I drove and drove and drove all around Holmes County, Ohio. I can't even remember where all I went. I was weeping uncontrollably. Then it happened. All of a sudden, I met the man that was the greatest sight for sore eyes a person could ever meet. My muddled mind all of a sudden cleared up. My discouragement turned to hope. The search for meaning to my life now had a lot more clarity, and finally, the answer to life's most important question was revealed. I didn't visibly see this man or audibly hear his voice, but I saw and heard him nevertheless. I always thought of myself as a seeker, as one who looked for answers, one who got sore eyes looking for the truth. But looking for myself, I never found the real truth until that day. He was now right before me, and I heard him call out to me. Jesus that day definitely was for me a sight for sore eyes.